In every forest, in every ocean, a voice is calling. This is Voices for the Wild. Every creature has a voice.
For millions of years, the great whites sat atop the food chain. In the last few years, a smarter, tougher rival has arrived and sent them fleeing. Orcas. They hunt in coordinated packs, box the target from multiple angles, and drive a precision strike into the oil-rich liver. A clean, almost surgical finish. The fallout is immediate. Great whites vanish from bays that once swarmed with fins. Sonar goes quiet. Cameras find empty water like a ghost town. Distribution maps change color. Hotspots fade, borders shift. The ecology of fear ripples through the web. Seals, rays, and smaller sharks reroute, and feeding grounds move. From South Africa to California, where liver-eating orcas appear, great whites retreat within hours or days. This isn't just a hunt, it's a redraw of ocean power. When the hunter is hunted, the rules get rewritten. Every year, great whites converge on the Farallon Islands off San Francisco to ambush seals. But within mere hours of orcas showing up, the sharks are gone. Cameras and sonar record a sudden lights out. Satellite and acoustic tags show departures within 24 hours, deep dives, runs of tens to hundreds of kilometers, and no return until the next season. GPS tracks sketch a retreat along the continental shelf. A single encounter, or the scent of liver oil in the water, triggers an ecology of fear. Foraging routes pivot, hotspots fade, the hunting order flips. Seals adjust haul-out timing, rays and smaller sharks seize a brief window. Farallon shifts from fin-thick to silent zone. When orcas pack hunt and strike for the liver, great whites read the message. Retreat to survive. Since 2015, South Africa's shores have seen great white carcasses with precise incisions between the pectoral fins. The liver was removed with surgical accuracy. Forensics, timing, and movement data point to two male orcas, port and starboard. They don't just kill, they empty Gans by for stretches at a time, turning the great white capital eerily quiet. In 2022, drones and boat cams captured the first direct attack. Orcas closing in, the shark panicking and blasting out of the shallows. In 2023 to 2024, records even show Starboard taking down a great white solo within minutes, no pod required. The playbook repeats. Flank, cut off, a precision strike to the liver, slicks of oil on the surface, and for great whites, one option, retreat. Presence maps fade, foraging routes shift. When the hunter is hunted, local power gets rewritten, with port and starboard signature. The shark's liver is huge, 20 to 30% of body mass, packed with squalene and lipids, buoyancy plus ultra-dense fuel. By estimates, a single adult liver can power an orca for roughly a day. So they don't eat the whole shark, they hit the right access point, open a slit between the pectoral fins, slip jaws into the body cavity, extract the liver, and leave the rest. Max energy, minimal risk. The setup? Flip the shark to trigger tonic immobility, or pin the pectoral fins to neutralize thrashing, holding the body flat to expose the route to the liver. Some individuals coordinate. One locks the head and gills, the other probes, then delivers the decisive cut along the pectoral margin. Straight to the power plant. Fast, clean, almost surgical. With this supercharge, the predator's risk-reward math is solved. Late 2023, a 4.7-meter great white washed ashore near Portland, Victoria. Its midsection gutted, organs gone. The classic liver extraction signature. Suspicion lingered until 2025, when researchers swabbed the wounds and ran DNA. The primary bite returned killer whale DNA. 3 smaller wounds carried broadnose 7-gill DNA, scavengers after the kill. Verdict: orcas killed a white shark in Australian waters and selectively ate the liver. The first genetic proof of this behavior in Australia. The playbook mirrors South Africa: close in, flank control, and an incision along the pectoral margin. Remove the liver, leave the rest. Beyond naming the culprit, the finding raises a bigger question. Will white sharks now reroute along Australia's south coast, echoing fear-driven shifts seen elsewhere? Erased from the map sounds dramatic, but the accurate picture is powerful spatio-temporal displacement driven by orcas. At the Farallones off San Francisco, a few hours of orca presence and tag data show great whites leaving within 24 hours and staying away for months, sometimes an entire season. In South Africa, strings of liver-removed carcasses align with port and starboard's visits. Bays once thick with fins fall quiet for long stretches. Still, not every pod makes sharks flee. Outcomes hinge on each pod's hunting culture. Fish eaters, seal hunters, and a minority with shark liver specialization, plus prey fields, temperature, and seafloor. Gone from every map is an overstatement. More precisely, traditional hotspots can go empty for long runs, while great whites shift to other areas. When great whites pull back, predation pressure on fur seals drops fast. Colonies swell on haulouts and trips run longer. The ripple spreads. Rays, smaller sharks, and juvenile fish face less threat near seal rookeries, and the food web pivots around a sudden power vacuum. Onshore, cage diving tourism built on close passes from great whites stumbles. Operators shift sites, tweak chum tactics, even pivot to bronze whalers to keep boats running. In South Africa, coastal communities have felt those economic, ecological ripples after orca liver strikes. Fewer shoreline hunts, more seals on the rocks, and visitor hotspot maps redrawn by season. One precision strike to the liver, shockwaves to wallets and tour schedules. The ecosystem changes tempo, and the business adapts to a new rulebook. Orcas are showing a blisteringly fast learning curve, from coordinated pack hunts to crisp solo kills. Techniques pass through foraging culture and spreading rapidly across individuals. Add warmer seas, shifting currents, and volatile prey fields, and this apex versus apex tug of war is set to persist. The big question: how will great whites adapt as their difficult neighbor expands the menu? Likely moves: shift hunting windows, more nocturnal, drop deeper in the water column, arc around orca corridors, or seasonally target lower-risk prey. Some populations may condense into complex refugia, rocky fissures, dense kelp, where orcas maneuver poorly. Others will disperse to avoid predictable hotspots. The hierarchy doesn't vanish, it reconfigures. And each time orcas upgrade the playbook, great whites must update their survival software. Scary as it sounds, most orca great white encounters happen far offshore. Deep, migratory corridors, rarely involving people. Don't panic, respect the ocean, and follow the rules. Swim or dive in groups, avoid seal colonies, the dinner table for both. Don't chum, don't approach marine carcasses, keep clear of natural hunting zones, and heed local advisories and lifeguard flags. Remember, these apex-on-apex dramas are the ecosystem's heartbeat, where strategy, fear, and balance self-correct with seasons and currents. Our job is to watch with humility, understand, respect, and come home safe. The tale of the hunter hunted reminds us that the ocean never stands still. Orca foraging culture, past peer-to-peer, is rewriting great white routines in space and time. Hotspots empty, feeding windows shift, migration routes bend around orca corridors. From the Farallones, US, to Gansby, South Africa, from California to Victoria, Australia, a single liver strike can relocate an entire neighborhood. Fear and learning are redrawing the ecological map, layer by layer, season by season. So is this a natural cycle, a swing in the ocean's long timeline, or a warning signal from a stressed sea? Warmer waters, volatile prey fields, behavior shifting at record speed? What's your take? Drop a comment. If this was compelling, subscribe and hit the bell. And tell us which case to dig into next.